Mike Tirico and Greg Olson on hand as Cameron Dicker is set to kick things off. Off we go from Jacksonville. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
So he's entering season number 5, and make no mistake about it, Mike, at times he has shown flashes of brilliance, but they just can't seem to put it all together to be a perennial playoff contender. Now new coach, new situation. Can he become the franchise quarterback that they need him to be, that they drafted him to be? Because if he can turn in those consistent high-level performances, I think he can change the future of this franchise pretty quickly.
Taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
3rd down and
Brian
7.
Thomas, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowler from a year ago, Logan Cook, to punt. On the return for the Chargers, it's Darius Davis. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So here come the Chargers, and it's year 6 and year 2 for Justin Herbert, Greg. It's year 2 with Jim Harbaugh, but the 6th season for the 6th overall pick in the 2020 draft.
His skill set can be determined by the letter A. Arm talent, accurate, athletic, and he's got a kind of aura about him. There's something special that they know when he's under center, we have a shot. 1st-round pick. He's got everything you want for the quarterback position.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Devon Hamilton in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
We met with them the other day, Mike, and the offensive coordinator, he went out of his way. He was adamant that they felt really good early in this game. There was a lot of things on this opening script they could do to attack this defense. Well, needless to say, I don't think giving up a sack on the first play was what he had in mind, and now they face a 2nd and long. They got to get back on track.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Kamani Vidal. He looks forward for maybe a yard. That's Greg Newsome in to make the stop.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and a long way to go. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. He'll try to run for it, and he'll be taken down short of the 1st down. It is a gain of 8, but it leads to 4th down.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Jaguars offense ready to see the football for the second time. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. To throw. Lawrence. He will find Thomas. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 2. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Chargers have it. And he's going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Chargers will take a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars nothing.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action for Lawrence. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and None of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Davis to return it. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. McConkey in motion. They'll run with Vidal. And a very elusive run there. He winds up gaining about 9 yards.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. On the ground, they'll go with Vidal. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
A 5-yard gain.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Third down and 9. Shotgun now for Herbert. Throwing right. That's Johnston. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he couldn't get that one to check up, and it'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Jags offense ready to get back to work. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's a designed run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Lawrence. Now a screen set up for ETN. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the 30.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Here's second and 9. Lawrence. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now here's Lawrence. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First and 10 at the
Well, we give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Play action now. It's Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
On the give, it's ETN. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
22 yards.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Deion Henley on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the Chargers' 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 7. Here's Lawrence. Quick throw, taken in. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
They'll run it here with ETN. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
They'll try to hit him with a screen. This one could be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him, so either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient. But either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
So a little extra time to think about this 3rd and goal as we've hit the end of the first. The Chargers out to the early lead. And we'll have more from Jacksonville after this. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins. 3rd and goal as we are ready to get back underway. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
So it is 4th down, and that'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. Little's kick is good, and the Jaguars are on the board. It's 7-3.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Chargers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice, punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Play action now. It's Herbert. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. The 2-time Pro Bowler, Josh Hines Allen, getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
On the ground, it's Vidal, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 3rd and long, it's Herbert. He'll try and get there on the ground. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Jaguars think they have it, and they do.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Jaguars offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
2nd and inches. On the handoff, it's ETN. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Throwing is Lawrence. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Parker Washington was the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars are back within 1. It's 7-6. So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Chargers offense ready to take over possession of the football. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Here comes Vidal. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On play action, now Herbert. That is into the hands of Allen downfield. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A pickup there of 28 yards.
28-yard gain. 1st down, Chargers.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
Disley is the man in motion. A handoff, and this is Vidal. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Devon Hamilton up for the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 9. No play fake. Herbert. He'll get this out to his running back. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Herbert. He's got his man. Allen with the connection. And he's in. What a try. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
Point after now from Dicker. He gets it to go, and the Chargers will take a 14-6 lead.
Jaguars 6.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. And it'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
In motion is Myers. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
A 61-yard attempt.
That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. The return, here comes Davis. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and veteran Keenan Allen set for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. They'll give this to Vidal. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll They'll stay on the ground. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They have found something on the ground. 16 more yards on that carry.
Chargers, first down.
Couple of explosive runs here to start the drive, and now you got to ask yourself, what's the counterpunch? I think as this defense continues to pack themselves in tight, this is a prime opportunity to try to take a big shot downfield.
Looking middle and complete with Allen. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 14-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. A dive and a catch. Incredible. It's a gain of 13, and it's first and goal.
And that's what you call being fearless, going over the middle. That's not everybody's cup of tea in this league, Mike. Some guys love to operate outside the numbers, and some guys understand their role is in the middle of the field, and not only to make that catch, but to do it laying out. It's a big-time play to secure that one. This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Vidal goes over the top and into the end zone. Touchdown. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
Dicker now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Chargers add on 1 more as they extend their second quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jaguars offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards.
Brian Thomas Jr. out of bounds at the 36-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Thomas, he's got it again. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Give them 14 on that one. That's good for a Jaguar first down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. After this timeout from the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Lawrence. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Etienne. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
It's a loss of 2.
The Jags will use the first of their timeouts here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Lawrence now. Forced to his right. Off heat, and he's in. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars have cut the deficit to 5.
Jaguars 16.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Davis now to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. He'll dump this down to the fullback coming out of the backfield. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock.
Seems like the fullback is kind of the last of a dying breed, but we see them used occasionally in the run game. But man, when you have a guy that you can target in the passing game, it just adds one more layer for a defense to have to worry about.
2nd and a yard. And this time they'll just keep it on the ground. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
First down, Chargers.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Motion man is Johnston. Herbert now on 1st down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Shotgun now for Herbert. He's got a man downfield. That's Johnston. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
27 yards.
That's good for 27 and a 1st down.
A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Chargers.
Halftime coming up. Let's go downstate. And Scott Hansen has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the 2nd half. It's about to get underway. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Davis. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense and their running back set to go once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Right side hauled in by McConkey. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's a gain of
16 yards on the game. And a quick 1st down.
1st down. first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 15
Number
yards.
15 gets 15 yards out of that one, and he's got his team a first down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Devin Boyd on the stop. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's second and 8. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That is left side and taken in by Allen. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
Here's a second and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
We'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing third and 6. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
And the Chargers, first down. First and goal.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
Well, this play, Mike, is clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll go with him again. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up third down.
A nice drive. This is the 9th play coming up, and they cash it in on third and goal. Throwing now is Herbert. He's got his man, middle of the end zone. Keenan Allen, touchdown Chargers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Tight spaces down there, things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers will extend this third quarter lead.
16. Cameron Dicker to kick
After
off
the
for
touchdown,
Chargers.
here's Dicker out to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Jags offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Lawrence. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Now Herbert. He'll go right and find his running back. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So a big one there to start the drive. 31 yards.
First down.
Look at the deep layers that they put into this defense. They're trying to say, hey, you don't get enough depth. We're going to throw this ball over your head. But once a defense takes that deep passing game away, look at the space between the running back when he gets the ball and the front line of defenders trying to chase him. That's what allows for this big pickup after the catch. Great play design. And this is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. And in this case, they do it for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. To throw is Herbert. Finding the tight end, here's Will Dissler. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
And the Chargers, 1st down. A gain of 12.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Herbert now on first down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Short throw taken in by Disley. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Herbert to the air again. Forced out wide. And he's in! Justin Herbert. Touchdown, L.A. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Point after now from Dicker. His kick is good. And the Chargers are going to extend their lead.
Chargers 35. Jaguars 16. Cameron Dicker.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Gives this one to ETN. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Jaguars.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Now a shot here, deep middle. And that is incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. The RPO, that one is complete. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Working out of the gun. In trouble, and down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Jaguars ready to punt this one away. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Crazy. Oh, yeah. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Herbert makes the read, decides to hang on. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
On play action, now Herbert. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. You see him get off the quarterback. He's like, man, hold that ball for 1 tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. But you can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to it.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
But Jaguars offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This run straight ahead for Etienne. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 5. Lawrence out quickly to Thomas on the RPO. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Third and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have a Jags 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Chargers have it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And a terrific play for the defense to come up with the score that, Greg, extends their lead and really hurts the offense's momentum.
Mike, it's hard enough in this league when you find yourself trailing in the second half to be able to battle yourself back and try to end up winning this game. But when you have turnovers like that, that not only then extend the lead, it just makes that even a taller task.
Dicker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Jaguars 16.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. Quick throw here on the RPO, caught by Thomas. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Thomas Jr. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 6. Man in motion here is Washington. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That swung out to Etienne. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
To throw is Lawrence. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Get him!
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's taken in.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
The Chargers offense and veteran Keenan Allen set for their next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Vidal. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
That is into the hands of Allen downfield. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, L.A.
First down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
No play fake. Herbert. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
3rd down and 9.
Third down and 9. Shotgun now for Herbert. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Makes the score Chargers 45, Jaguars 16. Cameron Dicker
So
to kick
Dicker
off for
back
the
out
Chargers.
after the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down.
That's good for a Jaguars.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
Now a screen set up for ETN. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
32 yards.
A big play for Jacksonville. 32 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10.
The pass. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 10-yard line.
Second down, they need 3. To throw is Lawrence. That is caught, and he's in. Ryan Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Jaguars.
Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Little on now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Jaguars are able to edge a bit closer.
Jaguars 23.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Davis now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Justin Herbert back out there. He and the Chargers getting set to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Play action now. It's Herbert. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Andrew Winger. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
The Jags offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Now Lawrence. That's complete to ETN. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
Out of bounds
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Deion Henley gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Lawrence. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. Remember, he had the touchdown catch from last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separate the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
That screen just never had a chance. Anytime the running back has the ball and he's making guys miss in the backfield, there's going to be no timing to the play. It just allows too much time for the rest of the defense in pursuit to get there, and in this case winds up as no gain.
Lawrence throwing on 4th down. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on 4th and wind up turning it over on down. So now here comes the Chargers as they get set to take over once more. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. With Vidal. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Chargers, 1st down. A gain of 19 yards. And the Chargers, 1st down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver. They get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid game.
A couple of 1st downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's 1st and 10. Herbert keeping it on the zone read. And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
47-yard line.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
They'll give this to Vidal, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Pretty obvious they're just trying to catch the defense off guard. Everyone's thinking 3rd and long. That's a passing down, and we're going to sneak a run in. So give credit to this defense. They were well prepared for both run and pass, and they don't fall for it.
The Chargers get set to kick it away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. So it's a win for the visiting Chargers. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks,